In the following video, I explain what I just became aware of, which was needing to be kept in body until this thing happened to Trump, to Donald. The part of me that's in Donald was in Ronald Reagan. It's attached to me. It's a part of me. I explain it in the video, but more important stuff in there. Lilly and my body energy outside of me gave me some strong energy to make the video, and that's gone. This isn't as important, but it is to me, and it should be to you, so I had to add this to it. In the description for this video, I'm gonna put two different videos that came out on Unexplained Mysteries on YouTube. The first one was something massive was just released out of Antarctica, that yada yada yada. And then the second one about the same thing. The massive Antarctica object was just seen again, being yada yada yada. I've told a lot of you about my friend Alan. He's in charge of all the hybrids and ETs that are here on the planet, helping to take care of replacing what I'm about to destroy. Food supply, of course, people that need to be deleted or taken home because of the suffering. It's going to be a big hole, and they're here to fix it. But you won't meet them in person till a good 4 months after I've already taken care of things. I've talked about Alan and his ship, which is about 4.3 times the mass of Spain. I've also talked about a manufacturing ship that came here a while back. Don't have the time, it wasn't that long ago. I can't see time anymore. Not like anything else does. But it's like there's no time anyway. This there's a manufacturing ship that came here a while back that's a little over 8 times the size of Alan's ship. Like I told you how big Alan's ship is, 4.3 times the mass of Spain, and it's around its outer edge. It's got 28 smaller ships attached to it. They just fit in it. And they're only about 1.5 miles in diameter. And all other kinds of stuff he's got. You'll see that later. This manufacturing ship is a little more than 8 times the size of his ship. Now, when you look at what the satellites and everything picked up, these energy, temperature, electromagnetic fluctuations that's in these two videos, you see like an energy field, and then all of a sudden it changes and stretches out like that, does crazy stuff. what you're seeing is the electromagnetic field that that ship generates. Most of your larger ships, when they go to move, when they go somewhere, they'll turn to where their electromagnetic jet, so to speak, propulsion is coming out this way. So if it wants to go, it'll come out like this and then just take off. And if you look at the black blotches in this video, you can see where it's kind of circular, then it tilts and it gets smaller and sticking, and it gets really weird looking. Well, that's what it is. If you look at the size of the energy field, sometimes smaller than, sometimes larger than, depending on its shape, you can see it's about 32 to 30, a good 32 plus times the size of Spain. I put this out in videos, and stuff already. And Brett Lavender and Alexis Hart. They have this information, and Stephanie, she has a nickname of like Stiffwicks. She's one of my kids, and her daughter's got Lilly in her, and then her recent addition to the family, her granddaughter. I'll let her give names if she wants to later. She's another one of Lily and my children. The spirit inside. Bodies are just coverings, vehicles. Physical orbs, so to speak, to travel in. They're just bodies. So look at it. There you go. I have to hurry up and finish. Try to put this together and put it on the channel as best I can. And get back in my chair. I explained in the rest of the video, but I'll tell you now. This crap is finally over. This thing had to happen with Trump, and there's just 4 or 5 other little bits of information that are going to surface. And when I destroy all this stuff, you'll understand why I did. But this needed to happen before I went to town, so people would understand that there wasn't just something crazy that wanted to hurt everyone, or Armageddon, or this fake God, fake Satan, same fucking person. Same two halves to the original first being. It's the original first being halves. Everything, all your religions, it's all been a lie. Anyway. You had to know what was happening and why. And you will see Black Dragon. You will see Unicorn. But as I explain who's what, what's why, you're going to see... you're going to watch me burn people from the inside out. And the worst of them are going to levitate in the air. Make a spectacle out of it. You'll see it on the internet. I can't repeat everything else. It's in the rest of the video, but a lot of people just gonna, it's like the body shuts down and they come out with compassion and love. Some of those people, the body won't be there, but if there's no one that has to mourn over them directly, yada, 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 they just turn it to dust. There's a lot of other assholes I'll be turning to dust as I go ahead and deal with them personally, their spirit. But you'll see it, the new internet is already in place. One of the hybrids that's here, Elon Musk, that's why he made it, for what's about to happen. Elon's been trying to do the right thing and trying to help out everyone, but ETs don't understand a lot of things. They thought there was a God. The ones I talked to in person. In person. I have friends that are hybrids all over the place. Been meeting them in person since 2014. And, talking, but I've met him since 2009. I just got back one night, excuse me, from a big event in Atlanta called Through the Veil or something like that. And cranking a bunch of people up and just going nuts. Anyway, on the way home, I stopped at a Waffle House, and most anyone knows what the Waffle House is, how it works, and how to order off the menu. It's just a regular menu. Well, excuse me, it was at night, and this guy all of a sudden popped out of nowhere. I felt it, and I looked, and sure enough, he comes into the edge view of the mirror of the window and walks around and comes in. He's got a smile on his face, in his head. He goes, I get to meet him, which, thanks, that's nice, but I'm no better than nothing else. And so he came in and he sat down at the table next to me, and there was only 3 people in a restaurant, and he chose the one right next to me. And he looked at the menu, and he's like, I saw him coming in. I said, shit, he's from a ship. He's a captain. He's captain of a nice-sized ship. Most of the folks on the ship were Palladian, as he was, solar plexus energy, too. So he came and sat down and looked at the menu, and the waitress came right up. Can I help you? And he goes, I'm not really used to this. How do you do this? I didn't want to laugh at him, but I thought it was funny. I went into his head, talked to him, and left a little bit after that. Anyway, I've tried to do all I can to help you understand. And people, I'm stuck in a body. I don't know everything about everything everywhere. I mean, shit. People, you'll all understand as soon as I take everyone home. Less than 6 years from today. I gotta go put this video together while I can. Here's the rest of the video. If you want to learn more about what's going on with this tyrannical government and group of people that are running this country and the whole world, actually, since 2020. A man who has the stuff up there, I mentioned it in the other one, is Legally Armed America. But you have to see what he's putting out every day if you're interested, because I get unsubscribed every day. It's coming to an end. I'm living and everything that exists is more important than I am, except for the trash I'm killing, destroying. Everything means more to me. But I am what I am. And when it comes to protecting, I'll tell you point blank, I'm a motherfucker. People think they got an understanding of what the word biblical means. Well, the Bible and the Quran, all those other books are full of shit. But what you're going to see has never been seen in history of this creation. Get ready for a new one, a good one that's focused around you, one that's made for you, that's compassionate. And the rest don't matter because I'm deleting them. Okay. Excuse me. Well, now it's obvious to everyone around the world that tyranny has took over the United States of America in 2020, but it's been going on forever. But it finally happened in 2020. Excuse me, this won't be long if I'm not able. Lillies. Almost all the Lilly in my body energy arrow is out. The dimension where I kept him hid. And when Trump was shot at, the arrow body energy which was floating in the field literally pushed the bullet just a little bit that was going to Trump's head. And then Trump was made to turn his head at the right time, not by some kind of God. There is no God. Well, you've been calling God, which is also who you've been calling the devil, and didn't know any better. No fault of yours, he just not able to know. Was the original first being, both halves, male and female. Well, they're dead. I finished taking them out May 23rd of 2013. The war started July 10th, 2012. Not JSX. This body isn't shit. It's a dilapidated, disintegrated compost pile of flesh. All of you, none of you are the body. If you look at yourself in a mirror, you see the body you're driving. If you look yourself in the eyes in the mirror, you look at who you really are. When you get an EKG and you see those little bumps when you're hooked up, that's you. That's the electromagnetic field that's in your spirit, your energy. The spirit in Trump is the same spirit that was in Ronald Reagan. And it's attached, it's still part of me. Remember, from the very beginning, nothing's ever been as strong as I am. Nothing ever will be. When I say nothing's ever been as strong as me, that's shortly after being made. I was made small, compact, but powerful as hell. There are 4 energy focal points that are growing off of me. It's already happened once, and most of them are here in body. They're parts of the original me era. Now, if you look at this, you see where there's a main body of Ara, and then you see the four little parts coming off. There's like an energy field and then something of a focal point. If you can understand this as energy, see, that's the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the 4 new energy focal points that are getting close to being able to come away from me, but they don't want to anyway. The oldest and strongest one of them is in Trump. Plus, there's a ton of my actual energy inside Trump. Now, before I go any further, I've been with Lilly for the longest time, but this herself out of body, the big Lilly. She's been with me past weekdays. And she told me kind of hesitantly that she's been destroying this body with me in it. Another instance had to happen. Excuse me, that was for Trump to be have an attempted assassination. It's by the tyrannists that run this planet. I used to call them the Anunnaki minions. And then in 2016, the Drak and other folks that are here, they came down and they got rid of the royal family Anunnakis, the problematic ones. When I say the royal families, they're like pirate Anunnakis. They're assholes. They were. Most of them are dead. But they've all been removed from the planet. But their minions were left. And the minions had access to all this money. I've explained this in other videos. The videos are going to be offered in a categorized form in I don't know how many different languages, whatever languages are needed. Anyway, this thing with Trump had to happen first. I'm going to do what I told you I'm going to do. I'm going to destroy this creation, purge this creation, and with Lilly, build a new one. I am finally about out of here. I've only got a few days. Said that a million times, but here it is. Lilly told me this morning there's 4 or 5 other things that need to happen and are being made to happen. And I'll be out of here soon. Be funny if it was on my birthday, July 27th. 7 is spirit. 2 is understanding, compassion, wisdom. I'll be here on the 27th of this month, and I'm 69 years old, 9 for elder or eldest, and 6 represents metaphysical power. In the tarot card deck, the magician is representative of spirit power, number 6. So anyway, I'm tearing this place apart. People everywhere had to have some kind of idea of what's going on. There's no God doing it. Who the hell do you think created this crap for you to exist in? Who do you think created this creation? Your loving, all-forgiving God that made hell to screw you forever? As I start taking, the animals are leaving. A lot of you are going to see dead bodies everywhere, but most of them are going to be taken out and just like turned to dust. It's just real fine dust, and they come out and they're fine, they're happy, it's smooth, compassionate, etc. There's other people that are abusive, doing bad things, but they're not really bad people. They've been pushed in there, groomed to be like that by the original ones. And their servants. And then there's those that have done a lot of bad things. Excuse me. Very abusive. And you're going to see it all over the internet. They call it people burning up on fire. Self-combustion, human combustion, I don't know. That's me burning up, transforming the inside of the body into the energy and components that are in a star, light them on fire. And the ones that deserve the most of my attention, I'm going to literally levitate them in the air and then burn them. It's kind of disgusting, actually, but I don't have time to screw around with this, and that's the most abuse that I could give them, and they deserve it. And if some of you people don't like it, tough shit. Tough shit, go frack yourself. I don't give a damn. I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm here to do what's right. And I've had more lives, more understanding. I know better. So, I'm no better than anyone else. I'm no better than a stick in the mud. Creation, everything in creation is always deserved to be equal, but never allowed to be by your loving God. Anyway, they're not going to get Trump, and I'm coming out. And you'll see it. I can't even sit here. Being pumped up so hard to do this. I feel like a piece of wet modeling clay with electrical wires going through it. Anyway, no boo-hoo, Jay. Those of you that have cranked up, you're involved in this in a big way. By y'all come to me and me reaching out to you, we've created an army, not of abuse, of compassion, that's going to help lead everyone into this new creation that Lilly and I are building. 2 months from now, you're going to, a little over 2 months from now, you're going to start seeing a lot more UFOs flying around and a few ETs. About 4.5 months from now, you're going to start meeting them in person. And the Starlink that Elon Musk put up, that's for the new ET internet that's coming. YouTube, Amazon, they're all screwed. I'm going to take care of that personally. When I started doing this in 2013, I started telling people, you just wake up and do your thing. Become aware of who you are and what's really going on. And the big stuff, don't worry about it. That's mine. That's my job. I'm the only one that can do it, and I won't let anyone else try. You know, I mean, you want to do what's right, good, do it. But I mean, that's my job. I'm the janitor. So I apologize that I'm still here, because part of the reason is things had to come to this point But people had to understand why I'm about to do what I'm going to do. And it stays away. The moment I'm gone, you're going to find dead animals everywhere. You won't have a question, and most of you are going to come to you. It won't be this body. You'll see me. Sometimes I'm a golden lion, a dragon, like a Greek guy, short curly blondish hair, sometimes like a Roman centurion. But when I come to you, you'll know who I am. But there's just a couple more things coming out. All it takes is a few days. And this is starting, but this had to happen first. I understand why, but if they would have told me that I was going to have to wait till now, number one, I never would have been telling everyone I'm leaving like that. Number two, I might not still be here. I might have tried to play Thor with the front of a semi on the highway. Thor, that was another suck-ass life. Anyway. I don't like saying the cat's out of a bag. What the hell? Somebody put a cat in a bag. I'm coming after him. Of course, the animals leave it anyway. Very few will be left, and they'll be guarded with extreme prejudice. Creation is about to become what it always should have been, a thing of passion. That's the energy everywhere. That's what's about to happen. And protection, guidance. These assholes, the old Anunnaki minions that are running the planet right now, physically, they're so proud of themselves. Think the more they abuse you and turn you into shit, the better they feel about themselves. And the prouder they are. They're fighting with each other. It's so disgusting. But you're going to see them, every last one of them. You're going to see them. ETs doing this. They're making sure it happens, but I'm making sure it happens as soon as I get out of here. I'm going to make sure that they have all the information, have it on video. They're going to put it on the new ET internet. Elon Musk, he knows he's hybrid. J.D. Vance, that's with Trump. He's not aware, but he's a very unique hybrid. And Trump is source. He's part of me. Part of the core of what I am is in him, very strong. It's about 3-4 weeks ago. Wonder how he keeps doing it. You wonder why he loves this country, let alone people and compassion? Because he's Ara. He's part of me. He is Ara. I was George Washington. I was Gandhi. Then parts of me were JFK, Ronald Reagan, and others. I'm like, go there. This is not like a make Jay happy day. I'll be happy when I'm out of here. I want you to know that myself and parts of me have been here all the time. I had to kill the original ones. Your loving God and your vicious devil. Same two halves that original first being. Lilly and I help you understand that there's over 8 trillion planets with over 1 billion lives on them. I'm going to be very busy when I get out of here. But first it's here. This is where it begins. I don't think I ever have. I don't see where I ever have. Had 5 lives at one time, but that's why there's me, the primary focal point, and the other four parts that are still attached to me. So I could be in multiple bodies at one time. There's no yay Jay, there's no yay Ara. We're a family. We all came from the same first being. As fucked up as it was, they put stuff out and just set it free, and they cleaned some of it. So what they did is take some of their messed up 27.5% lower frequency shit and created some good beings as well as some nasty ones. I'm finishing cleanup. Janet or Jay, all night. But when I'm out of here, I'll take care of it. So anyway, I wanted out of here years ago. And this is part of the reason I was kept here. Those of you that know me, you know what I've gone through to get out of here. And for the longest time I wasn't able because of everything I had to fight and deal with. I'm in a body. I'm not me yet. I'm me surrounded by a sphere of solid steel coated with 10 feet thick cement dropped in a tar pit. Just like everyone else. But you're going to see what I am. You're going to see what's in these eyes. You're going to see what's in that little bleep every time I go to the hospital. There ain't no God stuff. This God stuff's going away. It's all bullshit. All your religions are full of shit. Well, there's a guy that's really cool. I'm limited in what I can do while I'm still here, but I've put it out to Lilly and my body energy to protect the gentleman from legally armed. I think it's legally armed America or something. When you first connect, there's it's like a ball, and then it's like fire or something coming off, and then a ball winds up being the earth or something like that. Real nice guy, short, grayish hair, good strong solar plexus energy. I have to do something while I'm waiting to finish going, and when I'm not sitting here like a drooling slob or whatever you want to call it, I'll watch the internet. He's taking everyone down the road. I've got to resubscribe every 24 hours because they're taking away his subscribers and everything else. You're going to wind up, this planet is going to lose 40% of its population fast. And 5 years from now, a little over 5 years from now, 70% of the people on this planet will be home or destroyed. No more abuse. And there's so many people hurrying so bad they're going home. And all this money they've been taking from you, I'm taking it back. Putting it in an account, and Trump and JD are going to put it out. They're going to have it's like an IRS system, just feed it to everybody. You're going to get checks in the mail. Sounds insane, but, you know, when you have a hard time believing me, the only thing I've ever been wrong all the time about is leaving. I've never been privy to the fact they wanted me to be here for a while, but that being the case, they were comatose, knocked out inside another dimension anyway. They weren't even aware till about 2 weeks ago. And then I managed to pull them out. And they were like, holy shit. So now they're making everything happen. I kept thinking I would get away. Anyway, enough of this. I'm so dizzy, I don't know how the hell I'm sitting here. It's Lilly and my body energy pushing me. Alright, what else? Lilly just said, tell him you're going away soon, which I already did. They're tearing me up still. And very soon now, you're going to find out all this is real. There's so much bullshit, so many assholes and schmucks on the internet. Assholes everywhere. Tyrannists. Scum. They say so much, it's like, how can you believe the things I say? Well, you can't, but I'll show you. Because you need to see it. But remember, 2004, I started cranking people up. I'm sorry, 2014, I started cranking people up before that. I actually did it in 2010. But I was doing it on the internet. Actually, 2013. Late mid 2013. It's hard for me to think. And crank people up. How about that? Works every time. Every single time. Eventually, people said, well, whatever's going on, the shit's real. How real you're real. You just can't appreciate who you are yet. Whoa. Okay, well that's the end of this. We've been waiting. Here it comes. I'm ready to die, and when I go, I runs. I can't wait for my freedom. And what I do is not out of anger, it's out of necessity and justice. But on myself, you'll see. But those other lucky minions that were in charge of all this stuff, including, what's that fuckface, Zoros. And, what's his face? Anyway, there's a lot of them. You watch me levitate them and burn them. I just transmutate what's inside their body into the components that create a star and light them up, and they'll be screaming. They keep burning on fire, and it's nasty. They deserve worse, but I don't have time for this shit. So. It's time. I've always told you everything I could, everything I knew. Now you have the end of it. I'll be free soon, and that's it. About 4.5 months or so from now, ETs are going to say, hey, my name is Alan. I've been a friend of Jay's for years. We've talked in person. We're here to help. And just like Jay said, as I am right now, all the stuff that's going to happen, they're here to take care of things, to help. I'm the destructor. I am. As I said so many years ago, 2009, as I was told and realized later, I am the destroyer. But you know what? I'm the protector. And because of that, sometimes I'm a destroyer, and I've never been able to protect. Now I'm destroying. Now I'm free. I'm about to be free, but this life I've been killing stuff since 2012, the original ones, and I'll get out of the body. I'll take care of everything on the other side, and then here physically. And you'll see, this is about y'all. Remember, all creation is equal. We could do things better than each other. We could do different things. But when you are an existing part of creation, you have the same equal rights as everything else that is. Most people that don't like that, don't worry. It won't bother you for long. I'm going to pay you a visit. Remember, as the field is everywhere at the same time, the field is part of me. So I just expand myself. I'll be seeing some of you. Remember, when I come by, I won't have this body. Folks, love you. Always have, always will. Lilly, even that much more. We have a wonderful, wonderful family you're not aware of, and you're going to meet them. But first, I got to clean house. It's time for creation's purge. See you soon, just not like this.